What's up guys, FuryTV here, and we're back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos on a daily basis.
With the goods. He's going to limp in under the gun, alright. Yeah, sort of 14, 15 blinds.
Just a limp, is it?
Here's just a limp. I can see the thought process in this, but I just don't think there are many hands you want to play from under the gun on an 8-handed table near the money or 15 blinds. But the theory being that he's going to have some hands like Queen Jack, King Jack, all these sort of suited high card combos that want to see a flop. And Michael, happy to limp behind it, as you know, he's very dominant with ace deuce. Mateus happy to see a free flop with 9-5 of clubs. Wow, flops top pair and a gut shot draw on 9-8-6. Does decide to check it. Certainly a board that he could consider leading, given he has the widest range. This fits it a little bit more than the others. We're starting with top pair and a gut shot. That's good enough to go check calling with, and well, Paul laid the trap pre and now is a little panicked perhaps by that board. Doesn't want to mess around anymore, decides to rip it in. Now he can have some hands, I guess, like Jack 10, Queen 10 suited that may help fill in the bluffs in this spot.
Ah, misclick. Misclick! Want to raise free flop.
Ah, there we go.
I have 20, 40, been raised 20, 40.
That makes a lot more sense.
You got extra.
Got extra?
Well, I mean, he might have defended his big blinds, so maybe it was the same, but...
Misclick. It's
Well, Mateus nodding there. I think if Paul had been raised pre-flop, Mateus
100% misclick.
would have. His saving grace for him is that Paul in the big blind is so short that he is disincentivized to call. Maybe that's why he thinks, albeit undergun 6-handed, he's gonna have some raises that are sub all in, because this man can't peel as wide in the big blind. Paul is though going to call with deuces, and the two shortest stacks go into a flop with a stack to pot ratio of just 1. And wow, what a flop this is. Set of deuces for Paul Phua. Top pair, top kicker for Burns, and this is going to be one of the ones where they just Hollywood as much as possible. Burns going to bet King 6 deuce near 100%. Decides he has to do so, of course, therefore, with top pair, top kicker, bets 1 blind. Paul doing the full acting job now. Nothing he can do but call. No reason to raise. Wants to keep in all the worst hands. Brick on the turn, as they all are on this board. Oh, checks again. Has 300k back, 450 in the middle. Burns with decision now whether to bet small here or just jam. Of course, he's going to have a lot of bluffs coming past the flop. Hands that he raised pre-flop but missed King 7 deuce. So if he's doing this with ace king, we can assume he's doing it with ace queen, ace jack. Although I'm still surprised he doesn't just jam all his hands from this seat. So he is going to go for a sizing that's designed to make life really tough for Paul. But Paul, with a set of deuces, life is easy. Just 170k more will be the jam, and that's what's surely coming now, any second. I'll double check at the cards. This is a very peculiar hand. through and through. Snap call, and he'll get the news he's drawing dead. 12 big blinds in play. We managed to get a pre-flop raise, a flop bet, and a turn check raise. Part of me less than that, of course. Paul started with 10 bigs, maybe even fewer.
3-10.
Well, that's a cold deck, no matter how deep you are. You see, Paul's starting the hand with less than 10 big blinds. Quite remarkable.
This is also a pretty weak hand.
485.
And Paul, this is again, this is a spot where, you know, he can get some folds from Paul. Paul doesn't want to call off so light here. This is a tough one.
Total 485, right?
Yeah, 6 blinds.
Yeah, don't know what to do.
I'm trying to think what I would do in this one. I mean, just because that is a 250 jump, you realize if you double him up, you're basically on life support, and he's then healthy. There's also going to be.
Well, he does make the call. I think it's just about right with
Yeah,
King 7.
it feels right. I think I would do the same, especially, you know, Paul's just playing. Paul's not in there for the ladders. He wants to make the best decision. And
He's again asking Webster, was that the right? Was I supposed to call there? King, I think, yeah, you just got to call.
let's see the flop first. And
Well, that's about as good as it gets for King 7 off against 3-4. Mateus with a deep sigh. Very little path back in this one. Wants a 5 or a 6 or a 3. Couple of outs. Jeff, he's got a chance.
6 wouldn't be an out. What running? He can't make a running straight, could he?
It became 5-6, right?
3-4. What that would be a straight, yeah. Right.
We're all good, Jeff.
Wait,
it didn't come. Don't worry about it.
6-5. No, 6-5-4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, runner. We saw the one today.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They're going around, you know, the runners, and it materialized there for a second.
Yeah,
3
you're
on
right.
the turn.
He wanted a 6 or 5, not the 3. The running 3-3 or 4-4 would be quite something.
Well, Mateus picks up that 420k, 4th place. Everyone.
This is fun to watch. It's fun to watch
Yeah,
a guy like
this is it.
Ibinger work.
You go the 4x, and now the guy jams it on you with ace-10, whereas you jam, he's forced him to have to call off with a hand like that.
Right. And you could just run ace-2 suited, ace-king suited, and
Yeah, I guess when you're running that hot,
You
you
just
just think
go
just rip
for
the
it.
8-6 in. If the guy finds the aces, probably just flop a straight, right? Well, we've got a classic showdown here. King 3 versus Deuce 3. Paul flops a gut shot straight draw on 10-6-5. Mateus going to follow up for a quarter of the pot. And I don't think Paul can fold for this bet.
yeah, backdoor diamonds, small bet. Could even just get saucy, but he's the shortest stack. Realizes that.
Right, but a lot of the time here, Jeff, he gets the call. The turn probably goes check, and he can bluff a lot of rivers, right?
Yeah, no, I like calling better. Just thinking he's
Yeah, but it's a candidate, right?
he's thinking about it. Having the low end gut shot's tough.
He can bluff some like 6s or 7s or 8s. Here we go, like that. That's certainly a card he could lead. Also, doesn't really have to. He can go check, and he can bet small on the river, rep a 7-8, 7-9 kind of hand. Interesting now, of course, their gut shot is a split.
Yeah, that works against Paul in the scenario. Somehow, you know, that comes in. His path is to bluff here.
And now a 9 a straight, but Paul has a lot of 2 pairs on this board, as well as, of course, some straights. So I feel like a little bet here. 150k, Jeff, something like that. 175.
Yeah, maybe 200, something to give a little extra on there. But yeah, it doesn't need to be much. 225.
Right, you want to broaden the range of hands you value bank by betting a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Well, it's gone a little bit bigger, in fact, 260.
Yeah. Not low. Nice hand.
Not
Nice
low.
run out to bluff.
I snap folded. For some reason I thought he called and he said, nice play. Very nice. And folded. At the same time, we see Ibinger really leverage his stack and
Call.
Yeah, I don't think he could lay that down, and Paul's gonna love to see it. Come on,
Ooh.
if you're gonna get your title, Paul, you got to hold this and you got to show us how to play this hand, because this is the one that
Ace-queen.
we just
On my team.
on our team, Paul. Come on,
Ace queen, ace jack.
like all these guys, but
Me lah.
I'm officially out on ace queen. I'll do some weird stuff in the future with ace queen.
Paul's going to get it done.
You think so?
King, king,
Even
three.
even this happens too. It seems like a lot. The chop, like it and Ivanger's got the spade too. I mean,
Yeah.
oh man,
Ibinger
Paul's
will take a
focused
3
today.
at this point in time.
Oh, that's a
Oh, he'll
clean
take a
one.
4.
Hey, Sampin.
Paul
Paul,
will get a double up and become
Paul's
chip
gonna win
leader.
4 out of 5. Paul's focused. Ibinger. There's a lot of cards Paul's thinking of.
Okay.
Wow,
There it is, Jeff. 10.
Paul.
Paul Phua finally shows us how to do it with ace queen.
That was beautiful. I'm putting
Late
it
in the
down.
week, someone's brought that hand home, and all of a sudden, you have a new chip leader here in our 100k super high roller. It is the boss, Paul Phua.
Getting what, 8 to 1. That's it's asking for a lot to go right, but I don't know. What you probably throw in the bin there.
Yeah, I think it's just a little too weak.
Yeah, probably 8-5 is suited, and so here he is. He's gonna.
It's going to work out here at the moment anyway. Faces a 1 big blind bet
Paul,
from the limper.
and you got Paul with top pair.
Pardon me, of course, Paul with top pair behind us. So it's working out at the moment. It's obviously ahead of Ibinger. But, yeah, of course, Paul checked the option with his queen. Wow. Well, it's going to work out here, Jeff, because there's a better hand behind, but I'm not a fan of the complete with 8-5, but if we do complete, and we flop second pair on this board, and we check to the button and he bets 1 blind, we have to call. But, in this instance, he gets it right.
Yeah.
Paul's lurking behind with top pair. And this was a sort of one little stab from Ibinger, right? Not going to follow up with king high, no draw.
No, this is designed likely to get to like this situation, then he even gets a free pull at a king or 6. I mean, a 6 could be good too,
Right.
but a king in his mind, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense to just go rifling off here with no real equity spot. You think, but then again, you got times where, and you see like some crazy play. I would be shocked anything but that, and this has got to feel good for your Paul. Get to realize that there's not a lot of value hands he's going to do this and then just check back the turn with.
Right, and it's a interesting spot for Paul, whether to bet or check here.
I don't mind. I think he might check. Actually, I don't know.
I
I'm
kind
not
of
sure.
lean towards the betting, but
With the weakest queen, but yeah, what does Ibinger get super tricky? What would he do? Would he ever bet like a flush and then check back? Doesn't make sense, right? You're gonna want to
Yeah.
get value out of the queens and protect unless it's a nut flush. So it's like,
I like the sizing as well. It's gone 225, pretty small. He has a lot of Paul has a lot of hands that
I
might
guess
want
that's-
to continue some like gut shots with a heart. Might want to bluff the river. Doesn't have too many strong hands, so kind of resort to go small sizing. And with this Ibinger, me try and hero it off here with king high, right? It thinks, well, maybe Paul's got 4-6 with a 6 of hearts, 3-4 with a heart. Doesn't think he has too many queens. This Paul might bet a queen on the flop.
a big decision actually in terms of the pot and what if he loses 225 more, gives Paul 225 more. I mean, this would be some real separation, even though it doesn't appear like that big a deal. But it's also if he relinquishes this pot and he was good, so he is going to make the call.
Wow.
And
I can see why,
yeah,
Jeff. Like I say, 3-4, 3-6, 4-6, all with a heart. These kind of hands. I think maybe expects Paul to bet some queens on the flop. Doesn't expect him to bet a 5.
yeah, this is a big flop for both players. I mean, Webster, if you're Webster, you could be thinking about
Yeah,
ripping
he
it.
goes all in. I think it's just a good spot for Paul to call. I don't think you can fold this hand.
The count, please.
Like I say, the bluffs are 5-6, 5-7, deuce 5. You've got all of them in pretty bad shape. The value hands, well, yeah, he might decide to check raise a 4 because it's so vulnerable. you do okay against a 4. You've got a gut shot and you've got 2 overs.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately the decision. The problem with the thinking of it most likely as a 4 because you block the 5-6, 5 deuce, and you can't put him necessarily on that. Although those are the most obvious draws, it makes some sense. I think you just think he has 4x.
But there's a lot of them, right, Jeff? The 7-6, the 7-5, the 5-6, the 5 deuce. Yeah, we do block them. There's a lot of combos if you
But
guys
still,
wonder.
it could
a lot
be,
of 3
yeah.
5s.
Man,
I mean, this just has to be a call. I mean,
I think so, but I think how Paul's approaching it and what he's I just think I don't know. I don't know if I agree. It is, especially when he bets, puts out the bet and gets check raised. So what he's calling.
Jeff. I think he's going to get there in his mind that he realizes this is a spot he has to call. There we go. He's starting to mention the hands.
He's got him in. This is a big decision, big moment here. If he can get this.
You just never get anything up. Look at him. He's just check raised all in with 7 high, playing for $1.5 million. And there's not an expression on his face or his body. Look at his neck there, Jeff. There's nothing.
Nice
Paul does make the call.
Wow.
Here we go.
Great stuff all around.
And he
Man,
took a little
it's
time
high
to get
level.
there, but I love it.
Sorry, brother.
Sorry, brother, it's not over, Paul.
He
Come
has
on,
the
you played
bluffs in
enough.
really bad shape. That's what makes this such a good spot. Way better than, say, if he had ace-king.
Right.
And here we go. Paul with a chance to take a huge chip lead into heads-up play. Or Will Webster level things up.
Dodges the turn. That was scary.
Yeah. A lot of pips on those cards.
Yeah.
Just trying to fade a 7 or a 6 with one more card. And there we go. This man,
6, 7.
if it bricks out, he'll have his largest career cash.
And
There it
Paul
is.
does it. Great hand all around. Nice play by both players. Paul sorting it out and then.
Will you call that? Block the 5, huh?
It's a hard decision.
Yeah.
Hard decision.
It
Block the
is.
5.
Yeah,
huh?
Well, he's going to probably win this one. Ace-9 against Ace-5. Paul's been ripping.
More blind.
He needs to not rip this one, Jeff.
All in. All in.
Well, he has ripped it, and I don't think he's going to call
Oh,
Ace-9, isn't he?
red.
Oh, and
You've been
Paul-
jammed on this many times.
Uh-oh, Paul doesn't like to hear that because that means if it's like, you know.
I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's
This
an
is-
ace 2.
Well,
Well, there we go. I mean, there's no way I could fold that with the amount of times Paul have been jamming. Paul behind,
Yeah, behind.
but his shot to win his title. Needs a 5. Ibinger will
Ace 5,
get up
ace
to
9.
4.8 million if he holds. Ace,
yeah,
King,
many
7. All right, there are some chop chances here. King on board. Pair the 7, pair the next
you
card
confident?
would also be a chop.
Not really. I'm a mathematician. Be confident.
3.
Okay.
oh.
Well, that's not the one he wanted to
Can't
pair
lose,
up.
but you need to hope for
Card above a 9.
9, 10, Jack, Queen split. King, Ace. Oh, big card, big card.
9 or above.
冇得贏啦.
Deuce.
Big card. Yes.
There
chop.
it is. Ace is full.
Both have full house.
You should have been confident, Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah.
He will defend. And suddenly, stack to pot ratio is getting very shallow. Just 2x. The remaining pot, and wow. Top and bottom for Paul. Third pair, backdoors galore for Ibinger.
Yeah.
Like it goes small on the C-bet. Interesting, I mean, Ibinger, I don't think has too many hands that completely miss Ace-9-8 peeling off his stack size. I guess there are some suited kings, suited queens that may fold for that kind of sizing. But of course, with top and bottom, we're not looking for folds. We can go a little unbalanced. King on the turn, not a card Ibinger likes to see. It's red, but it's not a heart. Paul's just going to follow up here. That should be the end of this one.
Yeah. Paul. They call it dead man's hand. Ace-8 suited flops. A very nice flop. You got to feel just over the moon about this spot.
Yeah, and you get called on that flop. You think, come on. Trying to end it here. And it's the second time we've seen this kind of board. Last time it was ace-9-6. This time it's ace-9-8. Where Paul's fired the second barrel. And Ibinger's going to be forced to fold. It was a flop third pair.
Yeah, Handsy's beating 10-Jack, 10-Queen, Queen-Jack, but that's about it.
Blocks
And
them.
Yeah, exactly. The 10 in his hand's not good, and I mean it's just. Whoa.
Well, I'm kind of surprised
This is
he continues once more.
he has 0%, and he's calling it down. These guys, it's kind of like saying he just doesn't believe him, but I mean, you
Right,
gotta
this is
believe
like
him.
one last call here. Really hard for Paul to bluff the river. Obviously, Paul just going to take a little bit of time before moving in for Ibinger's remaining 970k.
Super clean.
The
run
old
out.
double check of the cards,
I
Jeff.
guess to be fair though, you know, he doesn't have a diamond in his hand. He doesn't have the 10 does hurt him, and Ibinger hates to see that. He would love to see a give up, but not the case. And
I just think the 10's such a bad hand, Jeff, to call the turn with.
yeah, I mean, I guess he could think his opponent could have like 6-7 too. He did raise pre though, right? 400. So
On bet. I mean, I don't want to second guess Ibinger. The guy knows what he's doing in poker, but just it appears to me, as an interested observer, the 10 is not the best card to have in your hand here. Maybe he's just had enough of it. Paul's been bashing away. We've seen Paul's had some hands. I say the action was the same 2 hands ago.
Ibinger, I'll tell you, when he calls the turn though, he's putting out a third of his stack remaining at that point. He's making a statement that he thinks he's good. He's not looking to hit a 10 or an 8. And Ibinger
I
in the
don't
tank.
believe you.
Wow, he says, I
Says he
don't
doesn't
believe you.
you.
He makes the call. Paul Phua is the winner.
Holy, he did it. He's got his trophy.
He's got it, Jeff. He's done it. He wins this title. The smile beaming across his face. There it is.
Yeah, after 5 years.
After 5 years. Well, Ibinger picking up $1 million for second.
Wow.
No shame in that. Said, I don't believe you. I'd have enough of this.
Look at
Things
that
are going
smile.
Paul's way, but that is
Look
it.
at that. That is a man that is happy for this trophy. Paul gets it done. Got to be. I mean, yeah. What are you gonna say?
There it is,
Unbelievable.
Paul.
Got
Super
it.
high roller event winner, Paul Phua. He's done it. At long last, he gets his trophy and his title. Not to mention the $1.5 million, but I don't know which one he cares more about right now.
Unbelievable.
Wow, Ibinger put on the cape. Didn't believe Paul Phua. This time, he was wrong. Ibinger out in second, 1 million and change. But Paul Phua leading the Malaysians to victory this time. He came second the other day. Today, one better. And, well, Jeff, it's almost like an honor to be calling the action when Paul finally gets it done.
Too much fun.
Oh, I feel so happy, you know. After 4 years, finally, I win another one. And with so many friends around, I'm so happy and also very tired. So I've lost many heads-up match, but I think 4 or 5 for the past few years. So finally, you know, I work a little bit harder. You know, it pays off. Yes.
3 and smile.